I need to spectate. Okay. Yeah, it might be. There we go. Finally pops up on my screen. Hello. Welcome everyone to round 6 of Academy Division. Tonight we're at Spain, and I'm joined by Salty and Zed. How are we?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm keen to see how we do at Spain with the silent S.
Can't be any worse than the last time we casted together.
Yeah, it really couldn't. Can it? It wasn't that bad, to be honest.
I mean, Brazil, it was next safety cars. It was like 16 Fs.
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
If we beat that here, I'm going to be very impressed.
Just to let everyone know, if you see the screen going to the pause menu, I'm trying to get racing tools to work. Currently, it's just giving me error codes. So please bear with me while I try to sort this out.
At the moment, we're pretty much everyone out on a flying lap, except for a few, with Yoshi, Jake, Bulldogs, Bree, Slim Shady, and Bevo staying in the pits. Might be trying to save one set of softs because we know how Spain is on the softs. Rips them to shreds. It being a technical track and all, could see a few safety cars, especially near the end of the race as the tyres get worn down.
Yeah, I mean I don't even know if you can do a 2-stop here and 1 stop's faster. To be honest, not a clue.
I think you can do a 1-stop, but you have to go softs, mediums. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, it's probably not my favorite.
1-stop in the world.
Yeah, I hate using the softs in particular. I believe Yentis is on a hot lap. It's about to cross the line now. Final corner. Should be an 18.8. Sets the benchmark for everyone to catch. We got a Haas right behind. I believe that is. Can I show? There we go. Ooh, Locks 18.5. He's on it. Alright, I believe I might have gotten.
Joe goes fastest with a 17.9, breaking the 18-second barrier. Ayrton Dash goes into second. Everyone's still way back from Joe though. Nobody's coming close to the 18-second mark. Locks is off in the gravel.
Oh, Hunter on the mediums. That's a decent lap. 18.7. That's actually really good. Joe 17.9.
Mez, just letting you know, I've spoken to Bulldog. The app is running, so you don't need to worry about it.
I've got the app running now. I had to re-download it, but I believe it's running. It came up with a message saying I have to control the results, but I don't know.
That's all good. If you want to turn it off, yeah, Bulldog's running it.
Yeah, nice. Cheers.
Tom goes second.
Alright.
An 18.2.
Yeah, another man that's trying to prove something. To maybe push Joe off the pedestal. Who else is on a hot lap? That Bulldog, I believe.
Yoshi's on an outlap. Windows is still in the pit. Both of them are very, very strong. Slim Shady is out on an outlap on mediums.
Alright. I should be fine. Let me just get my stream up. There we go. Alright. The app is sorted. One green Yoshi on an outlap. I want to see some Ferrari action.
Slim Shady just crossing the line to start his lap on the mediums. Joe also puts on the mediums in the pits.
Alright, let's see. Good turn 3 into turn 4. Fastest in the first sector so far. It's a clean run to turn 5. Let's see how he goes through here. Can understeer. Ooh, just keeps it there.
Some Shady goes 8th on the mediums.
2 fastest sectors for the Ferrari of One Green Yoshi. It's on it.
Window's got a fastest first sector right behind him. Looks like the Ferraris might be a little bit quick this race.
Put some upgrades on. Oh, just keeps it within the white lines. Might have just let go of the throttle there. Oh, he lost a lot of time in that last sector. That's his weak point. Let's see. Where's Windows? In the last sector. Why is it showing this cam?
A little bit squirrely out of the turn.
It's probably better to short shift through that. And
Goes second.
Oh, nice. We got Hunter Griffin on a hot lap. In the Williams. Ooh, 1/10 up on his time through the first sector, which is pretty good. His fastest lap was on the mediums. Damn. A lot of slow car.
Starting his lap on the mediums. See how close he can get to his 117.9.
Ooh, that's the fastest middle sector for Griffin. All he's got to do is nail this this last sector, and he's got a really good lap on the board.
Grass with his medium tyres. So I don't think he's going to be improving this lap.
Another person in the 17s, Hunter with a 17.9. 400, no, it's 300s off Joe. I haven't seen Joe's lap. Is he on? No, he's on an in lap, I believe.
Yeah, he touched the grass. Coming up to the second DRS.
Oh, damn. Well, Locks is on a hot lap going through the first sector. A 10th up on his time so far. Decent, but still got about 5/10 to make up to the front runners.
For a second lap on the mediums.
Fastest in the middle sector, 2/10 up so far. Needs to nail this last sector. Looks like the last sector is like really difficult for everyone. Like everyone's just getting fastest first, the middle sector, and then when it comes to the last sector, they're nowhere.
It is close to being one of the most hated corners on the track with that chicane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame anyone who hates it. It's that exit. For me, it's usually the exit.
Yeah.
Ooh, made up 4/10. Enough to get him to P5 for now.
Definitely seems like the track's getting better and better.
Oh, the Aston Martin of Freed Slim Shady. A lot of expectations on him. He did have a really good race, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Was it Brazil?
Joe improves with mediums.
Huh.
That's quite impressive.
Huh.
I wonder if he just
If I was everyone else in the academy division, I'd be like, what?
and then he drives on the grass, which is
Was that his second attempt on the mediums though?
that was his second lap on the mediums after butchering it by going on the grass.
Mm,
He might be able to just stay on these tires, and even if he loses pole position, he can be on the mediums for the start of the race.
yeah.
The mediums are a very good tire on this track. Softs fall off way too quickly.
Agreed. It all depends on if you can still stay up there. There's still 6 minutes.
Might be worth trying to get to the line late and then sitting a lap if you have to
I mean,
on some softs.
track position is key on this track. So you can get, especially if you're really good at the last sector, the last 2 corners in particular, you have a really, really good chance to beat anyone with potential.
Like George
behind you.
Russell.
Yeah, George Russell for all, what was it, 33 laps?
Something like that. Helped with some DRS faults from Max, but
Yeah, and also DNF from a certain Ferrari. And a gust
we
of
don't
wind.
talk about that one.
Oh, Slim Shady with the fastest middle sector. I'm telling you, everyone's getting the fastest middle sector. At this point, I'm thinking it's a bug.
I would not put it past Codemasters. Bevo's on an outlap, on a flyer lap after an outlap.
Oh, a bit squirmy through that exit. Might get in the 17s. It's good enough for P2, but Joe on the mediums. Bevo matches his time in the first sector, only about 100th up. Apparently was the fastest attempt in the first sector. I mean, that's great, but needs to be finding at least 3/10 throughout the slap. And invalidates.
That's unfortunate. And there's a pile up coming up to the
Oh, one green Yoshi on the mediums as well.
that looked like death coming up out of the S's with Hawk Trio and Unholy and Obi-Wan. Minutes goes fastest overall. Just beating Joe on some softs.
One green Yoshi is 3/10 slower with the medium compounds. I'm not sure if he'll have enough time to go in the pits. He has to abandon the lap if he's not faster. He's got to do it now.
That's a very good time by Fred Simjodi.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. That's a whole
absolutely.
second.
Yeah, that's an improvement and a half if I've ever seen one.
The
Joe
track
has
is
to go out now on the softs.
the track is ramping up.
Insane evolution. Bulldogs is now out. You got 4 people out now.
I don't know what people are asking in chat. That is the fastest. I
Lock's currently in P8 on a flyer.
Windows 3/10 up in the middle by the middle sector.
Bevo goes
Second,
P2.
17.5,
But
decent.
he left his laps a bit late. Someone's off into turn 1.
Yeah.
Ayrton Dash is out.
Did he bin it? Or
Been out of turn 2.
17.3 for Windows. I want to see what Joe's going to do. There's not much time left, I believe.
He might not be coming out.
Well, Locks is he on a hot lap or is it? There must be on a hot lap.
Yeah.
At this point, I'll take P11 if I can't get in. Ooh, Locks unable to improve much. Up by about 300ths.
Might have another lap in him, but his ERS is a little bit low.
Bass Baby on a hot one. Unable to beat his first sector time. Basically matches it. Just half a tenth in
I
it.
think going out.
Looks
He
like,
must be confident on that medium then.
well, he's going to get absolutely swarmed at the start, and if he gets into trouble... Oh, there goes Bass Baby. Jake has retired. Oh, he must have just... must have retired in the pits. And it came out? Or am I tripping? Oh, Soccer
don't
Tom's on a
know.
hot one now, I believe.
He might have retired on track because he's still on the track.
That's very interesting. Oh, I mean, if he's on the track, that's his AI.
Heated Soccer Tom a bit there too with his AI.
I mean, I don't think that was impeding. I think he used that a bit like a toe, to be honest, even though it was really slow. Would have seen it from a mile away.
Reach from Shady is not going to cross the line in time.
No, unable to.
Soccer Tom's still on a flyer.
3/10 up on his time. What would that put him? That's by the middle sector. That's nowhere near. He needs to find like 6/10 in this last sector.
I wouldn't really want him to 10 either.
You'd almost want to kind of almost brake on the finish line here, just so you can get P11 on fresh tires.
He goes P8.
P8.
And that pushes formal casting to 11th. I don't think he'll be too upset. He's also on a flyer by the looks of it.
Nah, he's
Or
a second and a half off. I think if I were him, I would be
No.
happy with P11. Fresh mediums, going to the hearts maybe. Nah, whoever's doing the predictions, you got it all wrong. It's about the curses this race.
Oh, do we do our prediction curses now? Formal coming into the pits. I mean, I reckon Yoshi looks like Yoshi's a really fast driver usually, so maybe starting on the mediums he might be able to do something. Going that alternate strategy to the guys in front of him.
Yeah.
Joe starting in 6 could also do very well if he can keep the people behind him because he's also a fast driver. And how fast he was on the mediums there, he could just might be outbeat the softs, especially if he can just be consistent. And obviously the pole sitter free some Shady.
Right, believe we who else is left? No, it's just HK Racing.
Coming into the pits.
All right, we got in pole position Freed Slim Shady holding the flag for the Aston Martin team. Windows for Ferrari in P2. Bevo for the Red Bulls in P3. Yentes P4. Bass Baby P5. 6, 7, 8 Joe, Jake, and Soccer Tom respectively. P9 Hunter. HK Racing in 10th. Formal in 11th. Locks 12th. One Green Yoshi. One Green Yoshi in 13th. 14th Urton Dash. 15 Holy Ryzen. Hawk Trio 16. Billy Dat. Bulldogs. Has a Hawk. And Obi-Wan rounding up the rest of the drivers. right, we're only moments away from the formation lap. I wonder what the people outside the top 10 will be doing.
I think you have to go mediums, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind
It
even
would be the
starting with
same choice.
the hards here. The hards actually, in my opinion, are not a bad tire.
I've seen some people do really well on the hards in the past.
Yeah.
I think Chu usually does use the hards quite well.
Ooh, there's Joe on the mediums. Let's see tires now. They're all locked in. All right, so Joe is the only one in the top 10 with the medium compound. Locks, Holy Ryzen, and Hazard are the only ones on the softs outside the top 10. 2 people already disqualified from the formation lap.
Just academy things.
Oh well, I mean, if you cold tires on static.
It's be good for Hazahawk. He might be able to jump the 2 with his softs. I think that's what he'll be hoping, is to get as many medium runners as possible to get out the back.
I think Joe's gonna get eaten alive at P6 by everyone behind him. He's got to nail that start and hope everyone around him just kind of like buckles under that start pressure, I guess.
I mean, if he can hold them off and keep maybe P6, P7, P8, then he'll be looking really, really good once the softs pit. Or more opting for the mediums. Locks, interesting choice, going softs in P12.
Alright. Now everyone's... Oh my god, there's a huge gap between the front, like, 6. And
I
there's...
think it is, isn't it?
Joe is holding everyone.
He's trying to keep their tires
It doesn't work like that, guys. Once you get to the thing, it keeps your tires there. Doesn't cool them down.
Maybe keeping the people behind him and having their tires cold, you might think might help him down to the line.
And going that slow, I don't think it helps.
Would also be trying to preserve his tires.
Maybe. Alright. You want to take control of the start lights?
Nah, you do it. You can have the honors.
Oh, good. I believe everyone's in their slots. And there we go. 5 red lights coming up now. And we're off. Ooh, from this, I don't know why we got this angle. There we go. Ferrari's got a good start on the Aston. Will he get a dive down the inside? No, he went really passive there.
It's in P3. He had
Wow.
an amazing start.
Joe just jumped everybody there. Windows was really scared of the Aston. I would have tried to push him wide there. But oh well. Oh, there's a bit of carnage behind. A Red Bull has gone off.
I believe.
It's Ayrton. And I believe another car's gone. Oh, wow.
Chaos.
Oh, what's going on there? That was a bit of a squabble. Red Bull's round. 2 Red Bulls at the back. Just... Oh, it's got no front wing. Poor Hulk trio.
Look, carnage off the start. It's a good 5 cars being affected there. Got a feel for Bevo and HK on the softs as well. That spinning would have not helped them.
Slim Shady's already pulling its second gap to Windows. There's a lot of juice.
Pulling a decent gap to units. I think if they can't lose Joe here, then they're going to have a really big problem. Going on to the hards, maybe trying to make it to the very end of the race. From the start, we have Joe jumping 4 places. Windows looks like he may have gone off. Windows is off. Being Joe up to P2. Really not a good situation for everyone on the sauce with Joe being up in P2. Also allowed Free Some Shady to clear Joe and everyone else and the rest of the pack. At the start might not be as much carnage as Brazil, but based off the start, I think I might be a little bit wrong. All we need is 3, 4 safety cars. I'm definitely getting to the state of what Div 2 Brazil was like a few weeks ago. We have a Mercedes off the track. Looks like it has a Hawk. Did a spin coming up into the S.
Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time. What is going on? I must have hit my
Rookie
mic
mistake.
accidentally.
I mean, that's why it's Academy classes, man. Mistakes.
Terrible.
Just like the drivers.
I must have hit my mic accidentally. It's got a mute button on the top of it. Might have just tapped it.
Unlucky.
Oh well, yeah. I was wondering why you're just repeating what I was saying.
Oh, you left me, and I'm like, oh no.
No,
I have to do this all by myself.
Let's see.
Has a Hawk speeding in the pit lane.
Nothing new there. It happens every week at least once.
Yeah.
One Green Yoshi's now P5. I think started around like P14 or 13, if I'm not mistaken.
There's been quite a few. As long as you've been clean, you've gained a decent amount of places. Joe gained 4, Hunter Griffith gained 6, Soccer Tom gained 4, Yoshi gained 8. Bass Baby's the only one that's lost in the top 11, having lost 1 position.
Hunter almost ran to the back of Joe. I'm not sure.
He really wants to get past.
Well,
He's a
within...
reserve, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. He is
Reserving for Mick D. He's quite young too.
Yes. Oh, we got a car that's binned in Sector 3. I'm not sure who it was. Sector 2? Another car? What's going on?
Going off track. Absolutely hectic.
Well, Hunter's all over the back of Joe, not using any ERS to overtake. I'm a little bit puzzled.
Me too.
You're on different strategies. You need to overtake, not stay behind.
I'm sure Flukesy has a plan because he's his race engineer.
Safety car. Lap 5.
Windows is out after starting P2, if I'm not mistaken.
Where's that?
How the mighty have fallen. I think he did say, to be fair, where was it? As soon as the stream started, his message was, good luck, have fun, might crash, and it looks like
I know
what he has said come to pass.
I know exactly what happened. You know that uphill right-hander?
Yeah.
He got a tank slapper at mid-corner and might have slammed it on the wall. I don't know how he ended up on the middle of the track, but he did.
He cursed himself.
Oh no.
It might help the soft runners here though, because Joe can't really come into the pits, but everyone else can. Medium tire advantage for Joe has kind of gone out the window with a free pit stop.
I mean, track position here is really powerful. Effectively everyone is now on the same strategy. I mean, Slim Shady hasn't lost too much, in my opinion. 5 lap fresh tires. He's got Bulldogs and believe that is that. I would say he's a little faster than those two.
Say he's quite faster.
I was trying to be nice about it, bro. Yeah, I think. Ooh, drive-through penalties, speeding under the safety car.
5-second penalty. Driving under the speeding under the safety car. Not looking good for Hazahawk in this race. I mean, if you're looking at track position, it's definitely the guys that start on the medium tyres have been helped out quite a bit here. Joe, Yoshi, and Formal. Making up huge gains because of the carnage.
Let's see now. It should be out for another lap at least. Well, I was going to say this would have worked really well for Windows after that spin in Sector 3, but him causing the safety car doesn't help. But he's helped his teammate get it to P2.
Crashgate. Crashgate ARL edition.
We'll be waiting on Hazahawk to make up a lot of ground. He's about almost a lap behind, which is insane.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going back there. I think he did pit to try to remove a penalty, which doesn't really work. He's also burning ERS to catch up to the pack. He's on 21. As a Hawk, 5-second penalty. Yenet's DNFs under safety car.
Oh dear.
How did he do that?
Well,
Looks like he might have retired, because his car's still gone.
yeah, I can't spectate his car anymore, so that's unfortunate.
Because he's still driving on the track, he's pulled to the side, so maybe something to do with the safety car?
It's really interesting. Did he just give
Something
up?
happened with Hunter too, he dropped. Obi-Wan's out of the race.
What's going on?
What is going on?
Are they disconnecting? Because there is meant to be an update.
I'm not sure. It looked like Obi-Wan had spun because he's not moving. So it definitely looked like he made a spun coming into the corner. But I don't think that was a... It might have left the safety car out for a few more laps too. Ayrton's off. Hunter Griffer also dropped. He may have hit something. He's going into the pits.
What is Hazard doing?
I do not know. I am honestly very confused.
He's got his DRS on.
permanent ERS? Question mark? And one of the crashes.
Man, someone's got to get in a Discord call and tell him to turn off his ERS. Like, I feel
If
bad.
if you're a Mercedes, you need and he's an engineer.
I mean, if you can do the Putney, if you can do the math, you can tell the intervals. They're all behind the safety car.
Nah, I understand what he's at. It annoys me too. The F1 race last night, they did that. I was not happy.
Like, that's
Especially
the
when
intervals. I mean, they're behind the safety car. It doesn't make a difference what the gaps are.
the Hawk still has a drive-through. It's also been a rough one for the Williams. Both have somehow lost good 5 to 10 positions under safety car.
If Wangren Yoshi wants to win this, he's got to forget about warming up his time and get ready for the really good exit here. No, why you in first gear?
Okay, everyone got a pretty clean start.
I think Joe's going to get penalised for...
Hawk Trio spun into the pit. And then reversed out of the pit.
I think Joe might get penalised for going a bit too slow on the safety car. I know the throttle lock and whatnot, but you can't slow down for that long.
No, it depends if it was under 60 or not. The rule is, as long as it's not under.
I believe it was really slow, but we'll see. Someone else can probably call that. Slim Shady already in 5th, has overtaken Soccer Tom and Bulldogs, I believe. It was already ahead of Soccer Tom. Not sure. Sector 2, we got an Aston Martin off. Jake. Struggling at the moment.
Absolute carnage this race. Like Bulldogs is holding up a train coming into the 3rd sector, into the chicane.
Wangren Yoshi's already fallen back 1.2. Formal's all over the back of the Ferrari. Will the AlphaTauri go for a lunge or a dive? Nope. Thinks well of it and stays behind. We'll have to trundle around for a whole nother lap.
We might be waiting for DRS to make it nice and clean. As a Hawk and Jake into the pit, Soccer Tom gets a 3-second time penalty.
Well, Slim Shady is getting also a bit, what do you call it? He needs to start making up the places. He did start on pole. Safety car did kind of put him back.
Stuck in a DRS train.
I believe he's a little bit quicker than Belida, but then again, in race pace, it's usually the more consistent driver that does a better job. He's still got to wait one more lap to use the DRS. He's all over the back of the Haas. He might go inside. No. Formal has lost time to Green Yoshi. He's fallen back a second.
If you can just get in the DRS with Joe, they can work together to get ahead of everyone and get a nice comfortable gap.
Yeah, they're all struggling. It's just side by side a bit of
Reese and Shady goes down.
nah. That was
Yeah, that's
too
not.
audacious. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
well, you got a bit impatient there.
yeah. Like that's straight. The only way you make a move on someone is if they make a mistake on the right hander beforehand, and then you've got it.
Catch up for the next DRS zone. It's
Oh,
never really an overtake.
an Alpine of Unholy Rising's gone off in the last sector.
Luckily, right next to the pits. Just dive in.
Soccer Tom is right behind Belidat.
Impressive pit by Unholy. Really close to getting a speeding penalty. I'm not that brave, I'll tell you that much. We've got a battle for 8th with Bulldogs, Bevo, Locks, and HK Racing.
Well, Soccer Tom's got a good opportunity here to overtake because it's so close to Belidat. Significantly along. That's how you do the move around that corner. The only issue now is that Belidat will have DRS on the main straight.
Tom has a lot more ERS though. A good 40%.
Rob's got cursed.
I mean, do you wanna... They're in the middle of the race, wanna curse anyone else?
It's not voluntary. I don't choose who I curse.
Happens.
Like Joe right now is having a fantastic race.
Hmm.
As he goes to turn 4 and 5.
We'll come back to Joe in 10 laps and see where he's at. See if the curse is real.
Well, Soccer Tom comfortably ahead right now. It's just gaining time corner per corner to believe that.
Well, that's what's got to worry about Bass Baby behind him too, gaining on him. As I say that, 3-second time penalty.
No, that's a curse.
Bass Baby? Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Wasn't intentional, but you know. Hunter Griffiths and Bulldogs banging each other. Bulldogs has gone off. It was a very interesting exchange on my screen.
Well, Soccer Tom pulled out a second that lap on Believe That, which is insane. Well, the Alpha Tauri of Formal might get a move. No, he went out of the slipstream really early there.
I don't really want to risk anything here this early in the race. I think he might be a bit content with following Yoshi.
Can never be content with second place or third in this case.
They are slowly losing Sokothon behind, so maybe he's looking at the long game.
Oh, in the pits, Formula One Green Yoshi.
Interesting.
I didn't see this coming. That is really early.
Very early.
He's on the hards? Both are on the hards?
Interesting. Is that a in-game call? Is that Jeff? Master Strategist Jeff, maybe? Knocking on the window?
They only did 5 laps. They only did 10 laps in the mediums. They came in at lap 5.
I thought you could go like 23 laps. Especially with all those laps under safety car.
Yeah.
I think that was
I would have stretched those mediums
very
and
early.
gone on the soft.
Because now even if you catch up, you got to deal with Locks,
I mean,
and Dash.
I guess they're settling for P2 and 3. That they're not. Well, Mercedes is off at turn 2, sorry.
Has all. I mean, we've seen Ayrton Dash is defending the past 2 races as well. Defending on the last lap in Hungary to get the podium, and defending in Brazil with 10-lap old mediums against fresh softs.
Yeah, 100%.
I would not want to be stuck behind him.
If I was some shady, I would just be stretching this compound as long as I can.
I mean, especially if you're getting fastest laps. I would not want to be coming in anytime soon.
You should be able to get Bass Baby here. Bass Baby does have a penalty. I don't know how hard he'll be fighting Shady here.
Someone's gone off. Locks has gone off. The end of the first sector.
Locks is in the Alpine, yes? Yes.
Yes. He's gone back down to P12.
I think Shady made a mistake somewhere. He was like really close and suddenly lost a lot of time behind Bass. I don't think he'll get an overtake done here. I must say, don't even bother wasting your ERS.
No.
Just get
I mean,
close
if you're
enough.
on 90 you can burn a bit, so you don't.
Yeah, Bass is on about 20, 25.
Yeah. Needs to be within like 5/10 to you can get a good exit.
Well, Joe is staying out. He's definitely stretching those compounds for as long as he can.
Roughly a second over 1 lap to 1 green Yoshi. And then keeping an eye on it. So he's definitely faster than those 2. I don't think the putting on the hards really was a good idea, especially if Joe can just hop on the softs near the end of the race and just, even if they are ahead, just blow by them.
Sector 2, a Haas has gone off. Of believe
Lovely
that. Every time you see a Haas go off, you just have to double check.
Not Joe. Well, you did curse him, so.
Well, I haven't cursed him. He hasn't gone off
Well,
yet.
you did mention his name, so it's lingering in the air.
Well, he's pulling about 6 seconds on Soccer Tom, and then Slim Shady's about 2 seconds off Soccer Tom. If Shady wants to do something miraculous, he's got to find some extra pace in those medium tires. Bass should be struggling to get past Slim Shady. The amount of ERS that he just pumped down that straight.
He's got more to spare as well. There was a McLaren off at sector 1. That might have been Soccer Tom.
Soccer Tom went off?
Yep. In sector 1.
Oh no. 3 second time
Another
penalty.
3 second. That makes 2. There's a safety car now or soon would definitely make this an even more interesting race.
Yeah.
Especially in the next few laps, because you can't really go on softs. You'd be stretching it quite thin.
Joe's going to start feeling those tires now.
Yoshi's starting to gain some ground on him.
Well,
Back in 8th.
Shady just pulled 2/10 in that first sector alone on Joe. He's definitely feeling it on those tires. I think Shady's definitely got the pace to catch up. Whether to make it in time, because no matter what happens, Joe is most likely going to get an undercut.
Yeah. He's just
Or
going to
at
make it
least
last a few more laps and then he can go on the softs.
He just did his fastest middle sector, Slim Shady. He's gained about half a second this lap. Joe's still doing well though. His tires are older. Just has to keep it on track.
Consistency is key in the situation. Get those apexes. Get the best lap times you can.
Slim Shady is saying, I'm coming to get you. I'm reeling you in. These two are just trading lap times at the moment. Joe doing really well. Hasn't put a foot wrong. Slim Shady on the other hand might need to reel his own aggression in when making an overtake and making sure it sticks rather than trying to go for something that's half-assed. Formal casting is right behind Bass Baby. Might get an overtake going on soon. It's through turn 3. Three-second time penalty for Ertzen Dash.
HK's gone off.
Uh-oh.
Devo gets a 3-second time penalty. HK definitely holding up Yoshi a bit here. Yoshi should get him on the straight though.
And Yoshi does. Nice job. Good work to the Ferrari.
For fight there.
Looks like
My HK?
He's fighting back, definitely. But he's on much older mediums.
There's another 5-second penalty for spinning the pit lanes. How many penalties is it before you get disqualified?
Oh, I think
30?
It's quite a lot, so I don't think he's going to be...
He's got to drive through.
Joe's in the
I think
pits
5 seconds.
and Shady stays out, giving him the advantage on the undercut.
Baby, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not what you want.
Where does Joe come out behind? He might come out behind this little pack, and if he does, he might be in trouble.
Just gonna get out in front of Ayrton Dash.
Okay, he's got some clear space. That's really good. But now Shady's in trouble because he might be like fighting that pack as he comes out of the pits. He needs to put a really good lap out in order to stay in front of that. Yeah. Ooh, I think he's gonna... he has to pull some fast times now. But the thing is, Joe's soft tires are gonna drop off at the end. I don't think they're gonna last the 10 laps.
And Dash is off.
Sorry, the 12 laps.
By Yoshi.
Oh no.
That will be a FIA at the end of the race. And a virtual safety car is deployed thanks to Ayrton Dash's front wing.
This may help a certain Aston Martin driver. Because if it stays out long enough, he might actually get ahead of Joe.
definitely the time you want to pit.
I would almost just start speeding here and get a chance to go
Yep.
through.
Well, he's in the pit lane.
Don't get a penalty. There we go. Okay. Now we're on.
Tom's also coming in the pits, but he's got a penalty to serve. So does Bevo, but it's going to help them massively with that penalty.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Shady's coming
No matter
out
what happens,
down the
Slim
end.
Shady has won a lot. He's lost. How much time is he behind now? Only 1.3 seconds, which is huge. Before the pit stops, he was about 5 seconds off. And now DRS is enabled. This is huge. We got a race on our hands now.
Brought Yoshi back into the race too. A lot of people pitted under that virtual safety car just as it was ending too. We know how quick Joe can be though, especially when he's on form like he is today. So it really depends if Freedsome Shady can keep up with him.
Now it's
If he
all
can
about
get
the,
into his DRS, then
Yeah.
it might be over for Joe.
it's gonna be huge.
But Joe's setting purple middle sector.
He's made half a second here, which is insane. And now within DRS
Slim
range.
Shady also has 2 warnings for exceeding track limits, but
Shady?
Joe has none. Yep, he's got 2 warnings. Joe has none. He's got to be careful not to get a 3-second time penalty by the end of the lap, by the end of the race.
They're both about similar ERS as well, so this is going to be a lot of mind games for the rest of the race. We've got about 10 laps to go.
9, I believe. My math is correct, but taking a quote from chat, maths is hard. It's happening in P4. Mez?
Sorry?
What's happening in P4?
P4.
Looks like there might be a battle between Formal and Soccer Time.
Yes, there is, but looks like Formal defending really early as well. That was interesting. He's done his first move.
At exit, maybe?
I mean, it's hard versus mediums here. Oh, Soccer Tom should be eating this man alive. We got Slim Shady right on the tail of Joe.
DRS. That's what he wants.
Joe is making mistakes somewhere because that's a lot of time made. And I don't believe he was in DRS range before that. But I can tell you through turns, I believe it's turns 6, 7, and 8, and 9. I think Joe's a little faster, just through that little section there. And Sector 1 is all Slim Shady. I don't know if it's setup related or just the way they take the fight. And we got Soccer Tom trying to go for the overtake on Formal. Ooh, side by side.
Not really gonna stick. Too wide, it's not.
No, it gets him comfortably.
Good racing by both of them not to take each other out.
Joe
It
went
seem
wide.
to see that first 2 corners that Joe's really struggling with. Well, it's not really a problem if you're struggling the first 2 corners if you can make it up in the
No,
second half
yeah.
of the lap.
Up to turn 5, it's all shady. The second we get to turn 6, 7, and 8, it's all Joe. Look how much time he just gains through just this corner alone. And it's a corner cut. There we go.
Oh, there's the 3-second time penalty. Knew it may be coming.
Still got a battle on our hands there.
Definitely. Does take a little bit of pressure off Joe though. Second time penalty is absolutely devastation for all the free Slim Shady fans out there.
Yeah.
Yoshi's comfortable in third at the moment. Devo comfortably overtakes Sokotom down to turn 1. Help with DRS.
Well, it's just suddenly gains all that time back, but then the second we get here again.
How's that? These 2 corners.
It seems like he's just more confident on getting on the throttle to mid corner, but he's managed to
Another
keep
time penalty?
very close. Look at that. Managed to get through that hairpin relatively the same time. This last sector, I think, is a bit of a stalemate.
Everyone's Sokotom got to be careful of Formal because they both got penalties and Formal doesn't. Formal can be within 3 seconds of them. He's going to jump both of them at the end, taking 4th.
We might get an overtake here. Goes very...
Ooh.
Very audacious move again. I think he's a bit hesitant, and then he's like, you know what, I'll go for it, and it's already too late. He didn't really commit.
Lie.
I might have to, if I have a look at his onboard, I might be able to see, but...
Into the camera type, you can go to his onboard.
Yeah, just when we get to this situation. When it's close enough, rather.
Interesting to see his onboard through turn 5
Oh,
and
there he
6.
goes, he spins!
Oh no, he's off!
Wangri Yoshi's coming in to hunt him down now.
Not what you want.
His tyres are going to be on fire as well, so this next few corners are going to be...
Since we were going to spectate him. Oh no. It's happened again.
He's done 2 mistakes so far already. And...
Not going to do any good for his tyres either.
I think he's got a penalty, so he's actually only 3 seconds ahead of Green Yoshi in the Ferrari. So he's got to be really careful. One more mistake, and he will most likely lose even a podium, with Bevo right behind on fresh softs chasing Green Yoshi.
He's just got to keep calm and just, you're not chasing Joe anymore, just do your race. Just hit the apexes and get as much speed as you can each lap. Almost still within 6 seconds of soccer time. AHK Racing is just in that 11 seconds of Bass, baby.
got Bevo all over the back of the Ferrari. Completely destroyed. The soft tires are working a treat.
Gonna help Shady as well. Leaving Yoshi behind Bevo. Safe to say though, Joe's had a very good race tonight. Starting on the mediums and going straight up from 6th to 3rd on the start. Getting that good position on the mediums. Really won him the race if he can keep it clean to the end.
The Mercedes in the last sector, effectively in last place at the moment. We got Jake. Had a really bad start, but he's got himself to P12. Still a decent points paying position. It looks like everyone else is kind of stalemated. There's an Alfa Romeo that's gone off Bass Baby.
S baby, DNF.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know if we'll get a safety car because it's too late.
No, I'm pretty sure it's too late in the race for one to come out. It's unfortunate for Bass Baby though. More casting is not within the 6 seconds of Soccer Tom.
Oh, Bevo's might lose P3 as well because of the time penalty. I need to have a look at how many penalties we've got. Hazahawk with 9 seconds, and many more that were served under the pits.
That was under the pits. I think I lost count.
Green Yoshi just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Bevo. Got another car gone. It's a Merc.
Looks like it's Hazahawk.
There's almost no point for Sokoton to battle. He will not improve his position here regardless, because it's 6 seconds worth of penalties.
Bevo and Yoshi, interesting fight there, because Soccer Tom's right behind Yoshi. If he can overtake him, then it might give Bevo the time he needs to escape.
Oh, Green Yoshi's almost out of the 3 second buffer. And he's out.
Tire gamble's not really paying off at the end.
I really want to know who's in that com box for the Ferraris, because that was terrible.
Do some scouting. They're not in the Ferrari chat, so we actually do
It's
not know.
unfortunate.
Ooh, he can still do it. If he can get a good third sector, he can still stay within that 3 seconds. He just needs a good third sector.
It's all here.
Doesn't look like it though. Getting close.
And Joe wins the race. Second place is Slim Shady. Just waiting on.
Lost it on that chicane.
No, looks like Bevo locks in P3 by half a second. Just under that. And One Green Yoshi takes fourth. Poor strategy call, in my opinion. He could have potentially been there for top podium, really. Even maybe the contesting Slim Shady in second after that mistake.
Sight is a wonderful thing. Bro extends his championship lead and does good for Haas on their constructors championship lead.
Yeah, especially with Ferrari losing out with one of the cars, DNFing very early on in the race.
Joe's second win of the season.
I believe that puts. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
I'm looking at it now. It'll be his second win of the season.
Yeah.
It'll be Free Slim Shady's second place this season.
Oh yeah, Joe struggled at I think it was Hungary. If I was freed, I would be extremely, extremely upset.
He did spin there at one point, didn't he?
Twice.
Move down the inside.
Yeah, and one on his own.
Yeah.
That was a potential race win because he lost a lot of time in the first incident. I forgot who was. It was Soccer Tom? Or, no. I think it was one of the Alfa Romeos.
Belly that.
Yeah, believe that.
Belly that.
Yeah.
I think it was the other Haas.
Oh wow, it's a lot of penalties. Joe in first place for the Haas, starting at P6 all the way to first. That medium strategy worked wonders. P2, Freed Slim Shady making errors, but good podium for him. And Bevo in the Red Bull, fastest lap, I believe, as well. 19 flat. And those are your podium positions. You got P4, Green Yoshi, Soccer Tom 5, 6, Formal Casting, HK Racing 7th, 8th, Belidat 9th, Ozen Dash 10th, Jake. And that is Spain done for Academy. And I'm sure everyone's going to take some pain relief medicine after that one. Especially the Aston Martin drivers.
Japan.
Oh, people say Japan's not as bad as Spain. I think it's worse. You touch those curbs and you go flying.
Yeah, I think it's just as technical. I think it's a bit easier, but it's still just as technical in the first sector. You have to get that right, just like the chicane here in Spain.
100%. Unfortunately, won't be able to do interviews. I've got work in about half an hour, so I got to get ready for that.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
I blame you for that one.
yeah. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. It won't be me hosting, so don't worry about the curses.
I mean, I'll be driving, so
you should be safe from me. But yeah, hopefully we'll see all you guys tomorrow for, is it Novice Division? And yeah, another round of Spain. See you then.